337, go ahead.
You private me at 704-314.
10-4. Wichita deals with a significant amount of gang violence, using up a lot of police resources, really.
143 traffic.
I took the opportunity to kind of read up on General Petraeus's counterinsurgency manual, so I read the book and saw that a lot of the principles that were being used for the counterinsurgency could be applied to the gangs here. You know, one of the key things to the coin strategy overseas is to go to the elders and the respected members of the community. So I naturally gravitated towards the faith-based community here. And we started looking at ideas, and one of the ideas that I pitched to them was to have the community come out against gang violence in the form of a walk or a march, and I wanted the 184th to play a key part. So I approached the leadership of the 184th, and they were very, very open to it, gave us all kinds of resources, generators, people, and it actually made for a very successful walk.
We need to engage everybody. How do we do that? We need to be seen everywhere. We need to be involved everywhere and in every venue. If we're not part of the community, we're not really the Air National Guard. So it's not self-serving in that respect. This is part of our acknowledging that we're part of the state of Kansas. This is what we owe the state of Kansas, the city of Wichita. But it's also how we invite folks in to join us.
Good morning.
Just for the effectiveness and the lifeblood of the unit, it drives you toward seeking a diverse base. I would say that is one of the fundamental reasons why we are involved in the community. We can't just expect folks to come to us. Folks need to know that there is a Kansas Air National Guard that does a remarkable set of missions right here. And along with that message is that you can be part of those remarkable missions, whoever you are.
Good afternoon, Kansas Air National Guard Recruiting. Sergeant Salazar speaking. How may I help you? The Kansas Air National Guard actually faced 2 BRACs within a short period of time. Once that happened, a lot of our maintainers and ops people, since the planes were going away and they enjoy their job so much, a lot of them decided to go elsewhere. And that's where we lost a lot of people. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye. So that's one of the reasons why we went into a 78%, into the 78th percentile as far as manning for the wing. But a lot of efforts were put into recruiting by the recruiters at the time, and also by a lot of members in the wing.
Right about the beginning of 2008 or so, this wing was down to 78% manned. Won't try the math in public here, but 78% of a little over, at the time, 1,350 authorized was a lot of empty seats. You don't get put through the ringer of change like we did and not expect some seats to fall out.
There was a big push locally in advertisement for the intelligence wing, and that's what started getting people in here. And little by little, as new unit members started talking, they started referring their friends. They could see the difference. They could see the Kansas Air National Guard as a great opportunity not only for themselves, but for their friends and their families and their family members. And that's what started driving people into our recruiting office.
I say the Guard has to work a little bit more at diversity, because we get a certain pool or certain geographic area that we're pulling from. Compared to active duty, they pull it from all over. Everybody active duty is from all over the nation or whatever, and they move around so much. Where in a Guard unit, most of your pool comes from your central location where you're at.
And since we're right outside the main gate, we just got to tell them if they need directions. We just got to let them know we're right across the main gate, and people are able to walk into our office without a problem.
As we sit here today, our latest report is 93%. 93% from where we were, considering we've had the normal attrition that every wing has to. Folks have to retire. Folks do move on. It happens. What that means is my recruiters have brought in probably twice that number of folks in these past 3 years. That's an astonishing accomplishment. I can't prove it, but I would be hard-pressed to find another wing that percentage-wise of refilling the seats, I don't think it's been equaled.
The recruiting efforts were actually great from both the base, the regular personnel on base, and the recruiters as well. It was a great effort.
Since we aren't flying anymore as a non-flying unit, people really don't think we're even out here anymore. A lot of them think that the 1A Force is gone. But so we need to get the word out more that, yes, we're still here. We'd love to have you come aboard. No, we aren't flying, but here's our new jobs that we have out here. They're very important. We could really use your skills, so, and we need a lot of smart people, so stay in school.
The Chamber of Commerce and the local government here came up with a program to bring the Guard leadership out to do ride-alongs with us, and so they could see and be more aware and more involved in what goes on in the community, things that could potentially impact the Guard or vice versa, things going on in the Guard that could have a bearing on us.
Here in the Kansas Air National Guard, I really do feel we benefit from the diversity of experience. Sometimes diversity is simply being exposed to different points of view, different perspective. Even if we were all homogenous, if we're continually exposed to a different perspective, that does contribute to diversity. In short, a lot of involvement, we tend to focus on ethnic-based events because they tend to stand out. But what I'm offering here is that virtually all of our events we're involved with, which on the face of it may simply look like charity involvement, actually do fuel the fire of diversity of thought because they fuel diversity of perspective.